I know that you dedicate um, all of your books to those who are living with multiple sclerosis. Can you share
Mm-hmm.
can you share with us some of your journey and your personal experience with MS and how
Oh,
God
yes.
has walked with you in that journey?
Mm. Yes, like I say all the time, I embrace the truth, Christina, that healing comes in many ways. And
Yeah.
I thank God that He has healed me. He is healing
Mhm.
me. And every single day of my life is like a
Mhm.
lesson, because I thank God it was 2004 when I was first diagnosed with MS. And
Okay.
it was like I was just so overwhelmed when the diagnosis came, because I had no
Mhm.
idea that that's what was going on with in my body.
Right.
Basically, I was having really severe headaches,
Mm.
and I was falling down a lot. I didn't realize that it was, had anything to do with. I just thought I was being clumsy, but it was like I would
Mhm.
fall down a lot. And my girlfriend and I used to walk at lunchtime. We would walk the first 30 minutes and then eat the second 30 minutes. And she used to tease me all the time to stay on my side. Laugh about that today. Donna Ross. We would walk, and I would always just veer over into her side of the lane. And she was like, Patricia, why can't you walk a straight line? But me, I
Oh, interesting.
couldn't. Seriously. It was like I was just, that clumsy. So when I
Mhm.
was first diagnosed, it was very, I would use the word devastating, because it was. It really was devastating, because I had no idea that was going on, and that was what was wrong with me. But
Right.
when I was diagnosed, and my husband told me, um, the radio was off when we got the initial diagnosis. I had to do a spinal tap too, and
Mm.
MRI to confirm that it was MS, because they saw the lesions on my brain, and then they had to do the spinal tap to confirm that it was multiple sclerosis. So on the day that she confirmed that it was MS, we were coming home, and he was crying and I was crying, and
Oh.
he told me, he said, MS, and I got that from him, when I'm getting ready to say, MS may affect your body, but
Mm.
don't allow it to
Mm.
affect your soul. It will never affect your soul or the true essence of who you are. Truthfully, he said that to me. And he said,
Oh.
we're going to get through this together. And I
Yeah.
said, wow. And he did. And the radio was off, and it was nothing. We were just driving in silence. So he had to make a stop in a store. So he had to go in the store. And when he went in the store, I reached down and I turned the radio on. Richard Smallwood's song was playing, Healing.
My God.
That song was playing. There is healing. The specific verse was, don't be discouraged. Joy comes in the morning. Don't worry, I'm not gonna sing. I can't sing, but but
Oh my
that
gosh.
I'm serious. It was like, don't be discouraged. Joy comes in the morning. He is standing by. There's healing for your sorrow, healing for your soul, healing for your
Mm.
spirit, and shelter from the rain. I think, Lord, the healing, for this we know there is balm in Gilead to heal your soul.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
amen. Amen, amen. And I just burst into tears, and I just started praising God right there in the car. And I was thanking Him for my healing. And that has been my
Mm.
journey. I mean, He has helped me in so
Blessings.
many ways. I just felt so overwhelmed in 2009 when I had to come off my job. I had to go
Mhm.
out on disability, and I felt really defeated. And I felt like, you know, really inadequate, because you do. We go to school,
Mhm.
go to college, get a job, and I was working. I went to school. I got a degree in accounting, and I was working, with the state in accounting and corporate taxes. And it was like I just had to leave. My my neurologist told me, she said, Patricia, you're gonna have to come off this job. She said, you have no quality of life. She said, you go to work, you
Mm.
come back home, you go to take a shower and go to bed, and that's all you're able to do. So you're gonna have to give up this job so you can just, increase your quality of life. And it was like, this was in November, and
Mm.
I was like, okay, I'll just turn my paperwork in
Yeah.
January. So
Okay.
the spirit was just pressing on me to go ahead and turn it in like I was supposed to and go and get out the job. So I did. One day on break, I said, well, let me take this paperwork downstairs. So I took it to human resources, and she looked at the paperwork. She looked at me, and she looked at the paperwork. She looked at me. She's like, Patricia, you have got to leave. She said, you're not supposed to be here working at the Department of Revenue. She said, these are legal binding documents from your doctor saying that you're no longer capable of working. And so you're going to have to get your stuff and go home. I
Yeah.
just could not believe that. I was just so stunned and so amazed that it was felt like I got fired. And I guess in a sense I did. But it was like, I promise you, Christina, that was the best
Mhm.
thing that has ever happened to me when I let that job go.
Really?
It was like I got a new lease on life. I felt
Yeah.
stronger. I wasn't stressed out. You know, I work in corporate taxes. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
just
would
for,
imagine.
you know, how the saying goes, you don't know how bound you are until you're free.
Hey.
That was definitely my case. I did not
Wow.
realize that I was until I was free. But that was the best thing that ever happened to me in my quest, you know, walking with MS. And so I just felt better. I felt, you know, revived. I felt like I was a different person. So then I
Mhm.
started volunteering, and I just really enjoyed that. And I used to volunteer all the time with the system because, you know, they need so much help in the school system
They
and
do.
with American, yeah, with American Red Cross and
Okay.
the nursing home. And it was a very fulfilling experience for me. It really was, because everybody's situation is different. Everybody's dealing with different things, but we just have to believe God to know that He is in control in every aspect of our life. In
I
control.
know that's right.
Yes.
That's a beautiful testimony, and especially I love what you said that God heals us in more ways than one, and just the testimony of Him being in every step of your journey with MS, from
Yes. Yes.
diagnosis to leaving your job to volunteering with others, and you know, it's just a testament of just the power of being a light for Christ, even in your own
Yes.
dark seasons, and how, we can see, God's light just shining through you, despite everything that you've been through. And it's true testament to the lesson and the truth that your husband shared with you on the day that you were diagnosed, that yeah, you might have this disease, but that might be in your body, but your soul is very much
Mm.
alive and well, and that is
Yes.
truly shining through your life, Patricia. And we just appreciate your testimony, and the
Appreciate.
encouragement and inspiration and motivation that you share with your readers and now with our beloved women listeners. I wanted to ask you before we close if there were any final words of encouragement or motivation that you would give to our listeners, that might be timely for the season that we find ourselves in now.
Yes. Yes. And I was, like I said, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's just been to share, and we all glean from each other,
Yeah,
and we all just grow from each other. I thank God for you. I would say just continue to go and continue to do. Don't
yeah,
allow the circumstances of this world, whew, to get us cast down. Because if we pay attention to what's happening on the news and what's happening in our lives and in our family lives, we will be discouraged, and we will be cast down, and that weight will be heavy on us all the time. But we have
yeah,
to stay in the know so we'll know how to pray. But at the same time, don't allow it to just control your life. You just, listen to it all the time, all the time, all the time. Because I even most days turn off the TV and don't even have the TV on. I just really
yeah,
just basically listen to music, or, really just seek God in my quiet time, because we can become overwhelmed with the cares of
yeah,
this life. But we have to know that God is bigger than any situation or circumstance that we face. So
Yes.
just continue to
Yes.
look to the Lord, from whence cometh our help. All our help comes from the Lord. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Patricia, for sharing with us your wisdom and your
Oh, you are
hopeful
so
words
welcome.
today. How can our audience connect with you online?
Just Patricia Brower. My website is
Yeah.
www.edifyingyou, and that's YOU.com.
Okay. Okay, and we will be sure to put the link to Patricia's books and her websites in the description of this video. So, beloved, be sure to check that out. Patricia, again, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh,
Beloved,
thank
until
you for
our next, of course, beloved, until our next podcast, be sure that you be beautiful, be blessed, and be loved.